it's active too, and so I think this is also a good choice because I'm choosing castle kingside because it's one move, one piece quicker than the queen side because you want to get your king to safety. So rule one: play at least two center pawns to their maximum range to get consistency. Rule two of consistency is play develop your knights. And rule 3 is don't block in your center pawns because you want to add more weight there, particularly if they're doing it, you might want to add to the mass there. Now you want to free up your bishop, and you want to place your bishop on the most central square that you can possibly play it. The bishops and archers love the center, and obviously now this is a beautiful attacking diagonal for your bishop, and you are also potentially, you've got a discovered attack here with this pawn, and now the archer can go support the bishop in two ways. The archer can support the bishop this way, which is a very strong idea because you've now got an attack on their queen side for black, which is where their light square pieces are, so you're contesting them. And another square you can put your archer is the long diagonal. What this does is it gives you all those beautiful squares down the long diagonal, and the bishop, because this pawn hasn't advanced yet, still has that free square for it to magnify. Now I like this move where it jumps 1, 2, 3, 4, and now the archer is helping the bishop attack on the king side. We're developing on the king side, so now we're looking like we can castle. Now in Tarka you can castle up to 4 times as long as the king hasn't moved, the gargoyle or rook haven't moved, and so we've actually built a lot of power. We've built this barrage down. Some people call it a battery. I prefer the barrage because it's like barreling down together. It's barraging. Okay, now the the prince is looking at this square because one of the reasons is because it is now formed a trebuchet, and another reason why it's looking at this square is it's still very centralized. If it needs to add support to the dark squares, it can. Now, the thing is, we've already moved 2 pawns, and so I'm a bit cautious about blocking in this center pawn. Like it's breaking one of the consistency rules. So now another idea is obviously, see, the squires can move diagonally, not just straight ahead. And so this square here is, to me, I really like this for the prince as a move. Obviously, you could play here and threaten their weak center pawn. They may play their knight out and defend it, but this puts the center under tension. It's natural and dynamic, and we discussed these 2 squares as well. So the prince plays out. So now we want to castle kingside. That's what we've prepared. That's what we're doing. Now, so the king castles and then castles. Now you want to have in this situation here, you want to have a very good reason. Now, one of the ideas is, assuming there's nothing on the long diagonal that can threaten it, one of the ideas is to play the gargoyle out early, like a knight, like it can, and then get it in front of the king as a heavy infiltrator down this flare route, these 2 lines. So either idea is quite good. What you want to do here is also one of the good ideas is to make sure the gargoyle ends up on a square that can't be attacked by bishop or archer easily within 1 move. So anyway, so I think there's no reason why we can't put the gargoyle on a wonderful file and route, because this squire is clearly going to come off the line and allow the gargoyle to have a heavy presence quite quickly. And the beautiful thing about castling is you can get the king to safety and get the gargoyle on a potentially easy line to open. So I like castling here. I like these ideas, but let's just castle. Now the king moves next to the heavy gargoyle or rook, and then it jumps over. And that process is applied whichever direction the king goes next to. Obviously can't go through check and can't go in check as well. So now the gargoyle is in towards the center. Now notice how you have to have a very good reason why you wouldn't castle a second time. Castle to the corner is another consistency rule for your gameplay. Now the reason is because this rook wants to be in the center or on an open line. It's as simple as that. So